Hi everybody, my name is Daniel, and earlier this year I tested 4 different fence panel paints for a comparison at my website at diygardening.co.uk, and Cuprinol Ducksback turned out to be the best product of the 4 that I tested. Now this is what the fence panel looked like after just 1 coat of Ducksback. It's not bad, but there were a few bare patches on there, as you'd expect after only 1 coat. Here's what it looked like after 2 coats. That's much better and, in my opinion, nearly passable. However, as it was a brand new fence panel, I decided to put on a 3rd coat. This is what it looked like after 3 coats. As you can see, there's no bare patches on there. The colour is nice and deep and rich. Also, if you have a look at this picture, you can see that the colour matches the tin. That's the colour tab on the tin perfectly. Now, as this product is advertised widely as being waterproof for fence panels, I tested it by putting some water onto the panel laid horizontally, and as you can see here, it really did repel literally every last drop of water. Now, of all the fence paints that I tested, none of them repelled the water as well as Ducksback. It literally repelled all of it, every last drop. None of it soaked into the fence panel at all. I also left the fence panels for a month and then came back with some white tissue. I wet it down and I ran that over the fence panel just to see if any of the colour washed off, and none of it did. The tissue was completely white. There was nothing washed off at all. The colour remained on the fence panel, and that was after soaking the fence panel 1 month after putting the paint on. Now, if you're thinking of using Cuprinol Ducksback, there are a few things I think you need to know first. Okay, so Ducksback contains wax, and you should put the 2nd and subsequent coats on before that wax is allowed to fully cure and to fully harden. If you leave it too long, the 2nd or subsequent coats won't stick to that 1st coat. Now, if you have a look on the Cuprinol Ducksback website, it says that you can put down the 2nd and subsequent coats between 2 and 4 hours after that initial coat, and no more than a maximum of 4 days. They also say if you're going to wait 4 or more days, that you should do a test patch first and then see if that actually sticks properly and that it's not being repelled by that initial coat that has hardened. So it's really important that you don't leave it too long. This isn't one of those fence paints where you can put it down one weekend, leave it to the next weekend and then finish it off. It's very likely that that 2nd or subsequent coat won't stick properly. Also, you can't use Ducksback on smooth timber. It can only be used on rough timber, like fence panels, sheds with that rough timber on there. It needs that textured surface to adhere to. It will not stick to smooth timber at all, so that is something to bear into mind. It will peel off or it will wash off if you try and paint this onto smooth timber. And finally, yes, you can use it in a sprayer. I did test it in a sprayer. I had to water it down in my sprayer. It may be different in yours, they're all different, but you can put it on with a brush, you can put it on with a roller, and you can put it in a sprayer, but you may need to water it down a little bit. So that's it. I hope you found this short video insightful. So this was the colour and water test of Cuprinol Ducksback. What I checked was, does it repel the water as well as they claim it does? How does it actually look? Is it a good colour match? How many coats did it need? It needed 3, and also I did the white test as well, just to make sure that none of that actually washed off, and that was a month after applying the paint. So I hope you found this short video insightful. If you have, do hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As I say, of the 4 products that I tested, the Ducksback was actually my favourite. It repelled the most water, the best colour match, it had good coverage on there, and I really like the deep colour as well. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the next video.